Okay, before I take you through the Great Palace proper, I thought I'd take a moment to show you what would have happened if you'd come here before you'd cleared the other palaces first. As you see, I still have most of the crystals. If you had, you would see this force field here. This force field keeps you out of the Great Palace until you're ready. And as you can see, it's very insistent on that point. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. Not too many people know about it. So now we go back to my game, and as you can see, I have put all the crystals back, which means when I approach the force field, it'll lift, and that'll let me into the biggest and baddest palace of them all. I'm not kidding, I am going to die several times during this just to take you through it. Now you start off by riding the elevator down and heading off to the left. And right here is the first of many new enemies you'll fight here. This phoenix that throws fire at you and jumps around and just makes a pain of itself. But you can get past him relatively easy. Then climb up these stairs and hold it. You see that column down there? Once you get past it, jump immediately across. If you don't, as you see, you can fall through a false floor and have to deal with these bots. And as you see, these bots are a little unusual. They take 2 hits, unlike the ones you've fought to date. They're a little bit special. And I don't mean riding the short bus special. I mean, every 6th one of these that you beat will give up a blue magic jar. So you can farm them for magic if you're of a need. There's another secret with these bots, but it won't be shown in this video. That'll be in the next one. That's right, this palace is so big, I can't get it all in one video for you. Anyway, we climb back up to the top, jump across the false floor we now know is there, and come to this elevator. Ride it down, and now you go to the right. Now, the Great Palace is so huge that there are many false directions you can go in. Some of those false directions are almost as long as the real road through. I'm going to take you through the real road and skip anything else that you don't need to see. Pretty quiet here, but I'm going to turn on my shield spell because there's a phoenix up ahead. And there he is. And I'm going to fight him just to show you how tough these enemies are compared to the others. At level 8, he took 6 hits to beat. That should paint a picture for you. Ride the elevator down, and dragon heads. And while you're dodging dragon heads, you'll have to cut your way through all this lattice work, made up of these breakable blocks. Oh, the fun never ends, does it? So yeah, that's pretty annoying. More annoying than difficult, really, but every little bit that gets taken off your life hurts in this palace, because some enemies will kill you almost instantly here. Well, not instant kill, but they're tough. And speaking of tough, that would take us to the next new foe you're going to have to fight. This bird warrior. He fights pretty much like a blue iron knuckle, with the exception that he can jump all over the place, and he's fast. The best way to fight him is not to fight him at all. Try to get around him, past him, do whatever you have to do, just don't bother fighting him. Now this elevator, there's nothing here on the left side, right? Wrong. There's a little false wall there that you can pass through and come to this statue. Now this statue will either turn into a bird warrior when you hit it, or a red magic jar. Obviously, the magic jar is the preferred result. Let me climb back up here and see if I can get it this time. And come back, jump spell, hit the statue. Nope, bird warrior. Okay, forget it. I'm just gonna ride the elevator down. And this shaft is just like the other one. I'm not gonna bother with it. Come to the bottom, head to the right, and fight another phoenix. And here we have a rope. But unlike the ropes you fought so far, these ropes shoot fire instead of rocks that you can't block with your shield. So even the easy enemies here are tougher to deal with in the Great Palace. Basically, in the Great Palace, all bets are off. Unlearn everything you've learned. And this enemy coming up here is the toughest non-boss enemy in the entire game. You don't take this guy lightly. You don't take him for granted, and in fact, you don't take him at all. You just get around him as quickly as you can. Unless you're suicidal, you don't want to fight him. As you see, he's right here, a blue bird warrior. Pretty much identical to the red one, except he now jumps as high as you can reach with your jump spell. He's the only enemy in the entire game, boss or otherwise, that can jump as high as you with the jump spell. The best way, again, just get away from him. Run away as fast as you can. It's not cowardly, it's a survival. The name of this game is Survival. I've saved state. That I let him kill me so I could refill my magic that way. That's why it helps to have an abundance of lives in reserve. Turned on my magic, magic shield, and my jump spell. That just makes it easier to try and dodge this guy. And we just do an end run around him as much as we can. Try not to let him take off too much health. Good luck with that. And try to get through this lattice work before he can follow you up here, because he will. And as you see, his swords aren't blocked by the blocks. Breathe a sigh of relief, you're through that. And I'm going to wait on that part. Get past this rope on the disintegrating bridge. Jump across this gap. That bubble can't even get you. Look at it just be so frustrated. And I feel sorry for it. Not. Okay. Ride the elevator down, and those curtains usually mean a boss fight's coming, but not this time. Just a giant bubble and a phoenix. This game does kind of... This palace does like to play haha with you a little bit like that. Another blue bird warrior. Out of nowhere. And in close quarters besides. Again, just I let it kill me so I could refill life and magic like that. Anyway, the best thing to do here, turn on your shield, turn on your jump, and turn on the speed to get away from him as quickly as you can. But this giant bubble up here will try to keep you out of the end zone, if you will. And that's these blocks right here. Once you're at these blocks, if you can cut your way through, and... Oh! And managed to kill him. As you see, it's only 100 points. It's not even close to worth it. Anyway, as we come here, once again, a false wall in this elevator shaft takes you to a statue with a bird warrior or a magic jar. And you see, I got a magic jar this time. How nice. And just when we needed it, too. So now we ride the elevator down and come to an oasis of sorts. This is actually a chance to catch your breath. You head to the right, and you see a fairy in these breakable blocks. Now, be careful. You have to use the underthrust to get to the fairy, but if you don't turn off the sword before you touch the fairy, you're going to break that block and fall through the lava and die! So I don't think you want to do that. Once you do that, you head over to the left, and across these jumps, let these bots just kill themselves. They'll be back. And you enter here, and the last one-up doll in the game waits for you here. Go ahead and take it. It's not that hard to get. Now you head back the way you came, and at this point, I'm going to cut the video off, because this is as good a point as any to break the trip through the Great Palace up. As you see, once again, just let these bots kill themselves so you don't run the risk of bumping into them and falling into the lava. Okay, that's part 1, and part 2 is forthcoming.